Hello and welcome back to our discussion of educational technology. This time we are in lesson 2. This is Dr. Edward L. Padama, and before we start, again, please support the channel by clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell to alert you when a new video is uploaded. So let's start. Before we go on to the main discussion, let us review what we were able to discuss during lesson 1. Number 1, the meaning and etymology of EdTech or EduTech, the objectives of educational technology, the role of technology in education, how EdTech is symbiotic with other disciplines, the content of EdTech, and last but not the least, the considerations in using EdTech. So this last topic is where we left off, and we are going to discuss this comprehensively one by one based on the list that I gave you during our last video discussion. So let me refresh you on what these educational technology considerations are. So this is the discussion that we had last time, and these are the list of the considerations that we are going to discuss one by one. But since we have a limited time on our video, I would be discussing half of this list, and the other half again will be discussed on the next video presentation. Let's start with software tools. Software is defined as a program that tells a computer how to perform tasks. Software is the intangible part of the computer system. You will not be able to see or touch a software because these are instructions created by a programmer to tell the hardware what to do. So a program, also known as application, is a series of step-by-step instruction that tells the computer precisely what actions to perform. Computer refers to the hardware. So examples of hardware are your laptops, desktops, and even your mobile phones. So if you want your laptop to print a document, your laptop's software program would tell the printer to get the document and then produce a printout. Classifications of these softwares are word processing, spreadsheet, video conferencing, presentation, desktop publishing, and graphic programs. So word processing, the most common is MS Word. But before the arrival of MS Word or Microsoft Word, we already had WordStar. And then after WordStar, incorporated in Microsoft Office is also Notepad. Spreadsheet, the most common is MS Excel. Or before MS Excel, we were using Lotus 123. And then video conferencing software or applications for mobile phones, you have Google Meet and Zoom. And then after video conferencing, presentations, you have PowerPoints, desktop publishing, you have PageMaker, and graphic programs, you have the very popular Photoshop. Next on our list is software types. Types or categories refers to the function of the software. This also identifies how the software is to be used. A metaphor of this is a hammer which should only be used for pounding and removing nails. It's the same with softwares. So a software is designed for a specific function, and these functions are drill and practices, for tutorials, for simulation, instructional games, problem solving, and others. So drills and practices, tutorials, or computer-based instructions and simulations are what classifies the function of a software. Next on the list is Integrated Learning System or CMI, Computer Managed Instruction. The primary purpose of CMI is to help the instructor and the students in the management of records. Specifically, teachers use this for handling student records, diagnosing and prescribing materials, monitoring progress, and testing. So teachers should be familiar with the use of CMI, how to use it, when to use it, with what level and subject areas to use it, and its role in the educational process. CMIs definitely hold a very crucial and important role in the online teaching learning process, especially during this time of pandemic wherein face-to-face or conventional method of teaching is not allowed. Next is equipment use. So these are examples of the common equipments that we use for educational technology, or the technology that we are familiar with in teaching and learning. So we have your laptops, projectors, printers, televisions, players, speakers, headphones, modems, cameras, and so on and so forth. So digital cameras are examples of these equipment. So equipment refers to the hardware in the computer system. So in this case, in educational technology, the technological equipment that you use are the following. So tablets, laptops, 3D printers, scanners, computers, modems, printers, projectors, and others are all classified as equipments. So if we are going to outline the common denominator of these equipments, all of them are tangible. That's why they are classified as hardware. So the function and the role of the teacher is to be able to distinguish how and when to use these equipments in the online teaching and learning process. Next is multimedia integration. So this is the creation of a presentation that incorporates or uses graphics, images, audio and video files, animation, and import these multimedia objects into their referring to teachers or students' presentation and learning materials. So the teacher should be able to understand how and why the integration of multimedia helps them to teach and how it helps the students to learn. The next one is audio and video conferencing. So some of the applications available for this consideration would be Zoom, we have Google Meeting, we have Skype, and other applications that we are not yet familiar with. So you have to take into consideration the ability of these conferencing applications. One of them would be their ability to accommodate number of people in this application. So some can accommodate a specific number of people, while other applications may accommodate more than the class number or the class size that we are handling. Another is the limit of the meeting for every application. One of these applications is only limited to 45 minutes. While other application goes beyond 45 minutes. So these applications that facilitate teaching and learning through live streaming, and this substituted the F2F or face-to-face conventional classroom meetings. Some of these applications presents challenges and limitations in their functionality, as I've said earlier, and the teacher should be able to discern the appropriate program for their class. So choose wisely, and after choosing, this would be the application that you would be using for hopefully the duration of the whole semester or whole school year, so as not to change from one program to another, which would be difficult in terms of adjustment of the learners and also the teachers. Hello, and I would like to thank you again for joining me in this discussion of Educational Technology Lesson 2. And we will be continuing with the remaining topic on the next video, Educational Technology Lesson 3. And before we go, I would like to share you this quote. Technology is a tool that should be properly used according to its function and purpose, and education is a necessity that we cannot do without despite any given situation. And I believe that education will still be the best investment that you can depend on and rely on. And technology will help us in the realization of this vision. So we are still hoping that the situation will improve soon, and educational technology, specifically this discussion, will help us through this situation in the midst of the pandemic. So again, I would like to ask your support by clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell to alert you when a new video is uploaded. And if you have any questions regarding educational technology or research writing, place them at the comment box below this video and I will definitely immediately get back to you and answer your question. So again, thank you and God bless. Stay safe.